Here we go. First team call of 2019. Pretty exciting stuff. All right, I'm going to share my screen here with you guys, and we will jump into things. I hope that everybody has had a great Monday. Back to work, kids going back to school, all the things happening. I'm sure everyone is just like me and extremely exhausted. But let's see here. You guys are going to have to tell me if you can see my screen here. Let's see. All right. You guys seeing that? Give me a thumbs up or something. Perfect. All right, cool. All right, looks like you guys are seeing it. This is kind of a little bit of a different platform than I usually use. So we're just going to go with it. I think there's a presentation mode on here. So let me see. All right, we're just going to go with this, and I'll just kind of scroll through the things as we go. So welcome, guys, to our 2019 New Year team call. I am so excited about tonight. I'm excited to share with you guys just our vision and our goals as a team as we head into 2019. Brian and I have really prayed over this call and the direction that God is leading us. And so we're excited. I spent some time praying before I even hopped on here just for you guys and this call that God would just totally lead it. So I'm excited to dive in tonight. So before we get started, I do want to take a second to recognize some amazing ladies for their rank advancements this past month. So first up, we have Erin, who hit diamond in her business, which is a huge deal. And Erin has been working so hard. Erin is the definition of a consistent coach, and she's worked so hard. She's overcome so many doubts and fears and adversity. One of my favorite moments of Summit was when I met her husband, and he literally hugged me and said, "Thank you so much for introducing my wife to this opportunity. It literally has changed her life." And that was just one of those aha moments of just what coaching can do. And so to see her become a diamond coach just makes me so happy. So huge shout out to Erin. Make sure you guys all show her some love if you haven't already in the team page. And then we had 5 rank advancements to Emerald in December, which is huge. That first big step in your business, that kind of first rank or title. So shout out to Lily and Bonnie. And then we had Erica and Tara. And then we had Ashley, all hit emeralds in their business this past month. So way to go, you guys. I'm so excited just to see what God's going to do. I feel so much momentum heading into this new year, just watching you guys literally give your best every single day. I love seeing just the things you're working on, watching from social media, and just kind of seeing how God's working. So it's been really fun. So I'm so proud of you guys. All right. So let's first, before we dive into anything, take a look at this month's team calendar. So I posted this past week because January 1st for me was the busiest day ever. So it was more let me just get it up by the end of the week, the first week of January. But you guys can see here that we do have Fit for Glory Sisters coach sneak peeks planned. So I'll be diving in more to those. But basically that's going to be a team-wide sneak peek where you guys can invite your people, your friends, maybe women that you've been talking to about coaching, and they can come hear my story as well as other leaders and other women on our team stories. So we'll definitely look to highlight different stories, different occupations, different kind of ways of doing things, so that women can really get a good idea of what it looks like for lots of different people. So put that on your calendar. Actually, just make sure all of this stuff is on your calendar so that way you can really start planning for it and keep it at the forefront of your minds. Obviously, we have moved our team calls to Monday nights. So I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be just a better way for us to set ourselves up for success going into the week. I know for me and most of you guys, Wednesday nights are just really hard with church and trying to get back and feeling rushed. And So I think Monday nights are going to be better just all around. So I've actually been chatting with a few other leaders within the Team Beachbody who are going to be guest speakers on the first Monday of the month. So you guys can kind of see the flow here. The first Monday of the month, we'll have that team training night, which is what tonight is. And then the second week of the month, we'll have a new coach welcome call. So this will be a chance for all of our new coaches to hop on so that we can just celebrate them, get to know them. I would still love for everyone to be on this call, not just new coaches. Obviously, it's a chance to kind of introduce them to the business, but also, or to the team, but also part of the team, and the biggest part of the team is you guys. And so having you on there to introduce yourselves and get to know them, especially if one of your coaches is a new coach and they're going to be hopping on the call, being on there to support them and encourage them. So keep that on your calendar. It's really almost more of a family night than just being this going through the motions new coach call. The next week on the 21st, we will have a live power hour. And guys, just so you know, this is the format for each month of kind of how things are going to flow. We'll all hop on together and basically share our screens and just do a power hour together. I know that a lot of you guys ask me over and over again, Caroline, what do you do every day during your power hour? And so if you want to know what I'm doing in my business, this is your chance to come and see and to ask questions like as you're hitting roadblocks, or maybe you're talking to someone on social media or whatever, you can say, hey, take yourself off mute or whatever, and just ask those questions as we go. So it's going to be more of like a hangout session of us all kind of putting in that hour. The last week in the month is going to be a team mastermind. So I'm excited about adding these to the calendar. We'll have different topics, but really it's going to be around rallying around the next month. So obviously, it's the 28th for this month. So what we'll be talking about is, okay, what do we have coming up in February? What are you working on? What's our marketing calendar going to look like? And it'll be a chance to share things that we have plans. Maybe someone has a really great idea for a free group that they're doing. Maybe someone has a great idea for a theme that they're doing with their virtual boot camp. Just a chance to collaborate together and spur each other on. So that's kind of the team call structure that we're going to move forward with in 2019. Again, all of this has been so thought out, and we just want to be really intentional with y'all's time and making sure that you're getting what you need from us, as well as other leaders in the network. And then on the 23rd, we're going to always host, or each month we'll host a coach meet and greet. So my purpose partner, Lindsay, her team actually does this, her upline team, and it's been huge for them because it gives people who are interested in their team a chance to come and literally meet other coaches. So say that you have people who are interested in joining our team and you're like, okay, like you get to be a part of Caroline's team and this is what it looks like. And they're like, okay, well, who's Caroline? And, who are these girls on your team and where are they from? It's really a chance for them just to hop on a Zoom to meet us, for each of us to kind of share a short version of our story. And so they just get a feel for that community, because I think that's so important, is that sisterhood that we have here. And then the other two things you guys can see here are the applications for Caroline's Diamond internship that are due. So obviously I posted a video last week about the Diamond internship. So if you are interested, or if you're, praying through it, you have until Friday to apply. So if that interests you or that's something you want to go for, just know that will be due this Friday. And then just encouraging everyone to lock in Changing Lives Club by this Saturday, just because it's going to help take the pressure off of you. You don't have to, be striving all month long. You can get there and then, just start having more conversations heading into next month. So that is all the things happening on our team specifically. Obviously, anything that is Team Beachbody related, you guys can go to the FAQs or your back office, and everything is there. All right, so I told you guys that we were going to be talking about the team vision tonight. And so I want to first start us off with this quote that I shared in the blueprints at the end of the year. It's by Dave Ramsey, and he says, "Some people dream and stop there. They never do anything about making their dreams come true. Visions are dreams with more clarity. Dreams become a reality only when you pull them gently from the clouds and convert them into visions. The most pathetic person in the world is someone who has sight but no vision." And so as I started to really dive into this quote into this scripture, where there is no vision, the people perish, as I started to really dive into these things during our call at the end of the year, I told Brian, I said, I think we really need to have like a team vision, like a vision statement, just like Beachbody has, just like every company has. Like, what is our team vision statement? And so we really prayed over this. We really we probably spent 3 hours trying to come up with this, to be honest with you, because it was just, it's so important. It's basically the basis of who we are as the Fit for His Glory sisters. And so tonight I want to share that with y'all. I want to break it down a little bit. And then I also want to share with you our team goals as we head into the new year. So the Fit for His Glory Sisters vision statement is: the Fit for His Glory Sisters goal is to lead women to live strong and healthy lives for the glory of God. We do this by providing biblically based health and business training with the goal of helping people help people. And this is our vision statement, guys. So let's break it down a little bit. So you saw the word lead in there. I'm going to have to kind of click back and forth here. But you saw the word lead in there. I want women on our team to be women who initiate action, who guide, encourage, and do what you say you're going to do. So it's really important that we as women who are leading women to live strong and healthy lives, whether it's a coach on your team, whether it's a challenger in our challenge group, that we do what we said we were going to do. That we're women of integrity, that we are real and authentic. And if we tell someone that we're going to help them get results, we help them get results. And if we tell someone that we're going to help mentor them in this business, or we're going to help coach them in this business, or we're going to help them hit that goal that they want to hit, that we actually do that. And sadly enough, time and time again, you guys probably see it. I have people come to me all the time, challengers, coaches on other teams, who are like, can I join your team? Can I join your challenge group? My coach doesn't help me. I haven't even heard from her in months. She went MIA. Or, I want to grow this business, but my coach only works it during the summertime. And those things aren't bad. Everyone has a different way of doing things. I'm not necessarily downing those people, but I want to be a team of integrity to where we kind of know our limits. And if we know that we can't take on more than 2 to 3 people because we're not going to be able to serve them well, then we just don't do it. And that may sound kind of weird or the opposite of what you hear from other people, but it's because I want us to lead well. I want us to really initiate action in people, guide them, encourage them, and do what we said we were going to do, because that is what good leadership looks like. When we talk about helping people get strong and healthy, I want it to be physically, mentally, and spiritually, because we know that obviously our walks with Jesus are the foundation of everything else that we do. But we also want women to not just strive to be skinny, but also strive to overcome those obstacles that they may be facing mentally. So making sure it really is that whole body, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And we want to make sure that we're biblically based. That's what sets our team apart. Now, here's the thing, guys. I'm not saying that you have to go out there and put devotionals in every post that you do. Obviously, there's people who are going to do it a little more forward-facing, and there's people who that's not necessarily what they lead with, but all of our businesses look the same behind the scenes, right? And that's what we know. At the end of the day, we represent King Jesus. And some people might be like, well, Caroline, you can't do that. You can't say that about your team. Dave Ramsey does. And I know I talk about Dave Ramsey all the time, but that's because he does. And he's done that. And he does it, kind of like unashamed. Like, if people want to be a part of our team, that's who we represent. So I want to make sure that we as a team know that at the end of the day, in every single thing that we do, we want to do it well because we represent King Jesus. And so that's why I put the biblically based in there, because it is such an important part of who we are. And I think it's what binds us together. My pastor actually started talking about this past Sunday. He was talking about, overcoming how when you know Christ, you overcome kind of those things about people that maybe you wouldn't initially go and hang out with them. And so an example was, he was saying, if there's someone who is a different skin color than me, and maybe they come from a different cultural background, and maybe like nothing about our lives looks like we would be best friends, when we become believers, we all have the same Holy Spirit inside of us. That's like, I never even thought of it like that we all have the same Holy Spirit inside of us. And so what binds us together is that. And for our team, that's what binds us together. And that makes us 20 million times stronger than any other team out there. And it's extremely special. And so I want to make sure that it is the solid foundation of our team moving forward. Health and business training. So our job is to help train people to be successful in their fitness and in their business journey. Again, this goes back to leading people and doing what we said we were going to do. So we want to make sure we're actually training them and actually helping them get results. And then we want to help people help people. So the multiplication effect. Some people are like, okay, well, I don't want to always be focused on bringing on new coaches. And I understand that. Maybe that side of the business isn't necessarily something that you love, and that's okay. Some people maybe just want to be a really great coach. But it is important that we think about how can we help more people? And the reality is I can only help so many people. You can only help so many people. And so when we start to see that multiplication effect of helping people, then go help people, then all of a sudden we're helping way more people. And so I want to make sure we're a team that is about truly helping people go and help people. So where do we want to be in a year? So initially I was dreaming super big, y'all. I was like, Brian, let's set 5-year goals. But the reality is this business is a little bit different than most. It just changes so much year to year. And in 5 years, this business could be way different than it is now. And so as you sat down, we said, let's just focus on this year and where do we want to be in a year? So in 2018, we brought on 156 new coaches onto our team, which is incredible. And I'm not talking about just me as a coach. I'm talking about the entire downline. So every single coaches. So when I say all these numbers, that's who I'm talking about. We had 7 new diamonds on our team last year, and we had 600 homes touched. So this is obviously a roundabout number here, but based on Success Club points, average number of people who are hitting it, average number of challenge packs sold, etc. This is kind of the number we came up with. Our goal in 2019 is 468 coaches on our team. I know that you guys are like, holy moly, how in the world are we going to bring that many more on? But with the amount of coaches that we have, even if only half the people on here brought on like 2 new people this year, that would be 468 new coaches on our team this year. So again, this is not about like we want to have the biggest team in the network or anything like that. This is just about how can we help more people. And so in order to do that, we've got to grow our team, right? We've got to be bringing new people on and having them join us in this mission of helping people live strong and healthy lives for the glory of God. We want to have 20 new diamonds this year. One of my goals is to really help you achieve the goals that you set out to do. That's why we're rolling out the diamond internships. That's why we're rolling out very structured monthly calls, because we want to help you guys do what you said you wanted to do. I don't want to be a group of people who just throws things out there and says, oh, it'd be awesome if I did this. No, I want to be a group of people that actually goes and does it. And so this year we want to have 20 new diamonds in the downline. We want to have 1,000 homes touched, guys. So this isn't a huge jump from what we were at this year. But if, we continue to grow our team and continue to help more people, we just want to see women get fit and healthy, but we also want them to experience what it looks like to do it in a healthy way that honors the Lord. So these are our 2019 goals, which I'm excited about because I think we can definitely hit these. All right, so how will we achieve this? Well, it's great to wish for it. It's great to hope for it. It's great to dream about it. But by all means, we got to go and do it, right? Like we can't just say it's going to be nice. We can't put these numbers on a piece of paper. Like we've got to go make it happen. I love this quote, if it's even a quote, by Michelle Myers. She did a whole series and she works his way on grace-driven effort. I guess it was about a year ago. And I actually copied and pasted this and put it on a note on my my desktop of my computer. I've got lots of notes there that kind of remind me as I'm working on stuff in the business, just things that bring me back to the root of it. And so I love that she said, grace-driven effort is I'm going to do it like it depends on me, but I know that it doesn't. And I want to be a group of women that works like that. I want to work so hard that it's like I think it depends on me, but I know that at the end of the day it doesn't, because I trust that God is in charge of the results. And that's what grace-driven effort looks like. And I want to be those kind of women who don't just say we have these big goals, but actually try to do something about it and actually try to make them happen. All right, so how are we going to actually do that? We are going to tap into Beachbody's systems for success. If you listen to the National Wake Up Call this morning, Carl said it himself. We have everything we need to be successful as coaches. Beachbody has literally created some of the most incredible tools, and we just continue to refine. Most of you guys have probably already seen this, but these are the updated 4 vital behaviors. And if you're a brand new coach listening to this and you're like, okay, Caroline, where do I start? This right here is where you start. And this is where, not just where you start, but this is where you continue to stay. And even I, as a coach who's been in the business for 4 years, this is what I should be doing every single day, are these things. And these are the things that I'm doing. And these are the things that people who are successful in this business, this is what they're doing every day. They're consistent. There's no secret sauce. They are just showing up and they're getting these things done. So I want to walk through these things tonight with you guys, just to really break them down, and hopefully maybe make a little more sense too, depending on where you are in the business. So number 1 of the 4 vital behaviors of successful coaching is to, number 1, be the proof the products work. So you guys know that if we want to attract and inspire people, we have to live it out. It's like telling someone to join you in a Bible study and they show up and like you don't even show up. Or they show up and you didn't even bring your Bible, or you didn't even do the homework, or you know, whatever. Like, we have to be proof that these products work. We have to show people what it's like to use these products in our everyday life. You should be making sure that you complete some kind of Beachbody fitness program. If you're a coach and you have never completed a program, that should be the number 1 thing you do this year. And guess what? There's lots of amazing programs that you can complete in a short amount of time. 21-day fix, 21-day fix extreme. That's only 3 weeks for you to really say, hey, I completed a program. Here's my before. Here's my after. Here are the results that I got. Because that speaks powerfully to people when they see that you saw something through. You need to share your successes that you're having, whether it's on social media or in person. Like, what's working for you? I'm going to call someone out right now, but Tara did an awesome job last night. She showed the Hydrate, which, I'll be honest, I don't drink Hydrate, but she made me want to go buy Hydrate because she talked about how it compares to Gatorade and how she drinks it every night before she goes to bed. It helps with her cramping. And it was so informational, but it wasn't like shovey or like, let me push this product down your throat. It was just like, oh, like those are the facts. And now I want to go buy this product. How can I get more information? So really being a proof the product works and living it out. The second one, which if you've been around Beachbody for a while, the second one used to be invite. And I always hated that one because you don't go straight into inviting, guys. No, we connect. Then we invite and then we follow up. We want to make sure that every single day we are building relationships with people. That is what this business is building relationships with people. It doesn't always have to be about Beachbody. Guess what? 99% of the people that join my challenge groups that I get Success Club points from are people that I never even said anything to them about Beachbody. We just had a conversation. It was really going well. We were talking about, their kid or, where they live, or maybe they asked me about the Give Me Jesus journal, or maybe they asked me about, where my sweatshirt was from. And they continued to watch my stories. And when I posted about it, then they wanted to jump in. Or, maybe they ended up messaging me, hey, what was that drink you were drinking there? They started to get a little more comfortable with me because we'd already had a really good, genuine conversation. And so you want to make sure that every day you're following the daily business tracker, which is on the right, and I'll go over here in a second, and always have a group that you're inviting people to. So you want to make sure that whether it's open enrollment for your virtual gym or your 12-2 challenge or whatever it is that you're promoting, like you should constantly have something that you can invite people to. And you want to make sure that you're enrolling at least one new coach each month if you want to grow your business. So keep these things in mind. Connect, invite, and follow up. The third one is get people results. I am so glad Beachbody added this. It used to be recognition, and I'm all for recognition, but I want to make sure, we talked about this earlier in the vision statement, that we're really helping people get results. Like, we're doing what we said we were going to do, and we do that by creating results for ourselves, then creating results for our customers, and then we're creating results for our coaches. So making sure that, we're really seeing it through. I know even for myself, I've had to sometimes check myself of like, oh, am I connecting the coach into the challenge group? Because it's easy sometimes to forget that like, hey, they're on a journey too. So just remembering every single one of those aspects of helping people get results. And not even just in the physical, but even in the business side of it, right? So like when we talk about getting results ourselves, commit to be in a business for a year from now. I love that one. I always tell coaches that when they sign up, I'm like, tell yourself that in a year you're going to be here, because it's going to get hard. There's days that you're going to want to give up. But when you get to that year mark, you're going to be like, man, no, I could never give up on this. I'm too passionate about it. I love it too much. I see too much of a vision for it to just throw in the towel now. And you want to make sure that you're proactive in finding your own solutions, and find that joy in coaching. Make it fun. Don't let it become something that's stagnant. The second one, create results for your customers. Run effective challenge groups. Provide great customer service. If they have a question about when their Shakeology is going to be coming to them next, like be the person who knows the answer. Even if you have to be like, hey, yeah, let me go check on that and ask a million people to figure out the answer. They don't know that. So just be the person who helps them get the answers, and not always just say, oh, go here for that, go here for that, unless it's one of those things where they won't allow you to do it. And then the last one there, create results for your coaches. Assist your coaches in making sure that they get that first commission check. I know that it is somewhat of an investment when you first sign up and buying your challenge pack, but make a commitment that you're going to help them get that money back, so that way they can kind of earn that first commission check. Make sure that you know their business goals and how you can support them, because every single person has different goals in this business. And it's important that you know what their goals are if you're going to actually help them. And then train your coaches to do the things that you've done. Run challenge groups, run sneak peeks, do the things that they want to do. And then lastly, but not least, of course, is personal development. This is the number one of the 4 vital behaviors that everyone wants to cut out. And I think it's because we think that we already have it all together maybe, or that we just don't have time. This doesn't have to be long, guys. This can be 10 minutes, like 10 minutes in your car, listen to an audiobook or a podcast or reading something. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It says on here it can be to do at least 20 minutes. I personally think it can be 10, 20, whatever works for you. As long as you're getting something, right, is that you have information to then go and share. So many times quotes that I share on my Instagram or things that I share with you guys are things that I'm learning. I mean, let's be real. Half of the content that I've shared is from EntreLeadership. And I read that book last month, and it turned into a lot of ideas and trainings for you guys on my team. So it's important that we're getting that personal development in. Make sure you're attending events. Make sure that you're coming to Summit. If you're a serious coach who wants to grow your business and you don't already have your ticket to Summit, you need to go purchase your ticket to Summit. Obviously, we're having a team retreat in March as well. So that is also important if you want to really grow your business. But Summit is so vital. You're going to get so many amazing trainings while you're there. You're going to get to work out with celebrity trainers. You're going to get to meet so many incredible coaches. It is such a cool experience. And I think it's something that kind of legitimizes the business in so many ways. So if you don't have your ticket to Summit, make that a goal for yourself. I know that at the end of this month, they are running a discount. It's going to be the final discount before actual Summit. They won't have a discount there either. So it's really the last discount. So take advantage of it. Don't wait. Make sure that you've got your ticket and that you're at Summit. So let's dive into really quickly. Hopefully you guys can all see this pretty good. The business tracker. My eyes are like trying to see. I'm like having to get really close to my screen here. Okay, so basically the business tracker breaks down each of the vital behaviors for you each and every day. And I love this. Carl said it on the call, but he's like, print off 52 of these. Go ahead and go to Kinko's, ask them to bind it up. So that way that you have one for every single day. And I actually am planning to do that. That way that every day or every week, you have one of these ready to go. You've already got it in there and you just don't miss a week. So obviously you can see here, they have it set up for Thursday through Wednesday. The reason they have it set up like that is because Thursday is technically the first day of the week for our coaching businesses. So anytime that you're advancing your rank, or anytime that you with your volume, everything happens on Wednesday night at 12 o'clock. So that's why Thursday is the day that we get paid, and you get paid the next week for the products and volume you had from the week before. So if you're ever wondering about what your check's going to be, you can always click on the earnings tab on Thursday mornings, but that's when rank advancements officially happen, is on Thursday. So that's why it's set up like this. But the number one is workout and drink Shakeology. You'll check those two off. The next one is the connect, invite, and follow up. So obviously, in the past, we've said this is a power hour. Clearly, this is going to be about 2 hours, because this section alone is an hour and 40 minutes. But the reality is, if you're really someone who's like, I have to grow my business, I want to get there, this is what it's going to take. So maybe it's finding an hour in the morning, an hour at night, or in Power Pockets throughout the day. That's why I love this, is that you can check things off as you go throughout the day. It doesn't all have to be in one sitting. But that second one, you're going to see initiate connections and add followers. And then the second one is do a social media post that showcases the benefits of your healthy lifestyle, or has a call to action. And then in your Instagram stories, you want to do about 3 minute per post. So daily life, workout tips, product use, healthy meal or meal prep, promote maybe a group you have going on, a call to action, and then some sort of recognition. So you want to make sure that you're doing at least a couple of these every single day. And then respond to all likes, comments, or views. Invite at least 5 people to join a challenge group or learn about the coaching opportunity, and then follow up with your people that you have already invited. So that's going to all fall into that second umbrella, and you can mark those off as you go. Then there's the get people results section. So that's going to be contribute to your challenge group, recognize achievement, and the last one, do personal development. So obviously you can mark that off once you have sat down and done your personal development for the day. So it's a really great, easy tracker for you to really keep up with everything you're doing and just kind of mark things off as you go. You're not having to write down a million different things. Just print it off, have it ready to go. All of this is in the team page. So I've already uploaded both of these documents, so you can easily print these off and use them as we head into tomorrow and the week and the months ahead. And if you guys have any questions about any of this stuff as I'm going, you can totally drop it in the chat box as well, and I can check them here in just a little bit. Any questions on that one? Okay, so let's talk about the next thing. So this is another system for success. So this is called the Road to Elite. Patrice actually shared this with me. She is part of a group called the Roundtable for all 5-star coaches, and I believe a coach had shared it there. But we thought that this was a really pretty incredible tool. We don't think it has everything that you guys need, but we think that this, coupled with the success trackers, is really going to help set you up for success as we head into 2019. So I wanted to quickly walk you guys through it. So I am going to stop sharing that page and share this other page with you guys. Okay. Hopefully you guys can all see this. So this is the Road to Elite task checklist. So I hosted a call a few weeks back where we talked about Elite. We talked about the updates to Elite and how it was basically going to be merging the leadership ladder with the Premier and Elite system. So basically what this does is this helps break down each and every one of the tasks that you need, the things that you need in order to be a certain ranking. So this one here is Team Builder Checklist. So you'll see that in order to be a team leader, you've got to get to Diamond. So I love this because you literally just mark off the things as you go. So say that your goal, and if you're on here and you're like, okay, well, I'm not a team leader yet. This should be obviously your first goal. Or I'm sorry, team builder. This should obviously be your first goal. So the first thing you need to do is that you need to, get to Diamond, right? So it's great because as you sign coaches up, you just mark it off. And obviously you've got to have one coach on each leg that is an Emerald coach. So you kind of mark those off as you go. It's just a really good visual for you as you start to kind of chip away at that goal. And then on the right here, you'll see that you do have to hold it for 6 consecutive weeks in order to hit team builder. So this here, you can just mark off each week as you go. So you have with any ranking within Beachbody, you have 6 weeks of qualification. So you have to hold it for 6 weeks to actually be a lifetime diamond or a lifetime 1-star or 2-star or whatever it is that you're shooting for. So they just want to make sure you're actually secure and you didn't just randomly hit it 1 week. So that's what this is for. Down here, you'll see the 25 balance leadership points. So this is where you're going to kind of keep up with how many points you have, how many leadership points you have. I shared with you guys a few weeks ago in our team page the Elite Tracker that Brian and I built. It's a way for you to keep up with your points. So it's basically, we should almost rename it to Leadership Point Tracker because it could really be used for, any of these rankings. But you'll get points from acquisition. So this is basically just customers that stay with you over and over, or any just sales that you have. And then you'll get points from PS coaches who hit Success Club. So every time that one of your coaches hits Success Club, you'll get 1 point. And then points from personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club. So this is 1 point for every new coach that enrolls. If that month or the month after they hit Success Club, then you get a point. And then you also need to have 1,000 TV, so team volume, on your weak leg for any 5 weeks during that period in order to hit team builder. Your non-negotiables each month to really, if you want to achieve team builder or just be a team builder, is to make sure you're signing up about 2 coaches per month and help those coaches earn at least 1 Success Club point in their first month as a coach. So that's a big goal, is to make sure that how do you bring on coaches and help them immediately jumpstart their business to where it's like, hey, what's the first friend or that first person who would be, interested in our products, or maybe want to jump in the challenge group with you, to really start kind of coaching that person from the very beginning. So I've been working really closely with some of our newer coaches on this. It's like, okay, now you're signed up. So who's that first person you want to go help? They can be the first person that you help get results, and maybe even talking to them and saying, hey, I just became a coach. I'm really excited to have my first challenger. I want to help you get results so that you can kind of almost be like my, first person. I can use your results to promote for other groups. But it would be really awesome if you were interested. So it's just easy ways to start to talk to people so that way you can get that first point. And then obviously it should be your goal that you're hitting Success Club 5 and above if you want to grow your business. That has to be a non-negotiable, is that you're hitting Success Club every month. And that you're helping at least 2 to 3 coaches hit Success Club. So if you want to start to see the multiplication effect in your business, you've got to hit Success Club, but then you've got to figure out how to help your coaches hit Success Club as well. And then the team leader. So obviously with team leader, you do have to get 1 coach to 1-star diamond. It can be on either leg, but you want to make sure that you get 1 person to diamond. You obviously have to hold that for 6 weeks as well. Same thing goes here for the different leadership points, but you want to have 50 as opposed to 25 from team builder. And then on your weak leg, you're going to need to have 2,500 TV on your weak leg. And then you need to develop 2 new emeralds or a new diamond coach. The non-negotiables here should again be 2 new coaches each month, help those coaches earn at least 1 Success Club in their first month, hit Success Club 5 and above, and help at least 2 to 3 coaches hit Success Club 5. Premier leader. So this is going to be like your premier coaches that we currently have. It's kind of merging those 2 together. So you want to get to 2-star diamond in order to be a premier coach. You need to have 6 active coaches on each leg. So it's a little different for 2-star than it is for diamond. Obviously, diamond's 4 coaches on each leg. 1-star, it's 5 coaches on each leg. And 2-star is 6 active coaches on each leg. You want to hold that for 6 consecutive weeks as well. And then have 75 balanced leadership points. So, the last one's 50, 25 before that. So now we're kind of bumping up against 75. You need to have 5,000 plus TV on your weak leg. And again, same non-negotiables here as well, helping, 2 new coaches a month, help them get a point, hitting Success Club yourself, and then help at least 2 to 3 coaches hit Success Club 5 each month. Oh, Caitlin said, please share this PDF after the call. Absolutely will, 100%. And then the last one here is Elite. So obviously Elite is my personal goal. I'm just putting it out there so you can all hold me accountable to my big scary goal this year. But Elite is getting to 5-star diamonds. So I need to get to 5-star diamond in order to be an elite coach. I need to have 10 active coaches on each of my legs, as well as 3 coaches on one leg and 2 on the other. I need to hold 5-star diamond for 6 consecutive weeks. So not just 1 week, but 6. I need to have 105 balanced leadership points. So kind of make sure I'm getting those points each month, which is why I created that tracker. I'm using it for myself, but also wanted you guys to be able to use it as well. And I've got to have 5,000 week or TV on my weak leg and develop 2 new diamond coaches. My non-negotiables are going to be actually, this is not my non-negotiables personally. My non-negotiable or my goals are to sign up at least 6 new coaches a month to help at least 2 of those get 1 Success Club point each month and to hit Success Club 10 every month. So those are kind of my personal goals. So if that all happens, then for me personally, my Road to Elite task checklist would be 5-star diamond, 2 new diamonds, 105 balanced leadership points, and then I would be an elite coach. So that is that. So hopefully that kind of breaks it down for you guys. I know we talk about these big goals all the time, but sometimes we're like, okay, that's great. How do I actually get there? This is a really great way to break it down. And then we break it down even more by having those kind of daily checklists and the action items that we should be doing every single day. That's what's really exciting too, just about, again, I know I said it earlier, but the diamond internship is that I will be working with you guys to, hopefully this is showing the right one here, so when you come into the group and you say, hey, this is my financial goal, or this is what I want to see happen, I'll be working really intimately with you to break that down, to figure out what that looks like. I know Erin and I literally just did that today. She has a financial goal for this year that she shared with me, and Brian and I sat down and really figured out, okay, what does she need to do in order to hit that each month? And so that's something that we can definitely help you guys do as well. Obviously, like, we all love serving people, and that's why we're here, and that's our hearts. But we also know the reality of, like, we all have financial goals. Like, we can't, pour all this time into something. Maybe we want to be able to quit our full-time jobs or be able to support our husbands or whatever it is that God's called you to do, or support a ministry. And so we just want to help you get there and reach those goals that you might have. So that kind of touches on the diamond internship, which I just mentioned. So just, again, keep that in the forefront of your mind. This is something I think could be so powerful for so many of you, and just want to see you guys hit those big, scary goals this year. All right, so I really want this year to be the year that we start to kick fear in the face a little bit. On Saturday, you may have seen this if you follow me on social media, but we had a Jesus Sweat coffee on Saturday, and it was amazing. And it was funny because leading up to that Saturday, I had spent some time, and if you're going through the She Works His Way Bible reading plan, then you probably studied Noah as well last week. But one of the days I studied Noah, and what really stuck out to me was it basically broke down exactly what God had called him to do. And it didn't say that, like, Noah had to go think about it. It didn't say that Noah was like, okay, God, I'll go back to you. It didn't say Noah, like, kind of did what God told him to do. It literally said he went and did it. He didn't hesitate. He didn't, like, dabble in it. He didn't, like, he had to literally leave his job. He had to leave basically, like, pouring all of his time into this. I'm sure he wasn't able to just, like, hang out with his family as much. Not that I'm saying you guys should go do that, but I was just thinking about all the things that he basically gave up in order to go and build this ark that God had called him to do. And I think a lot of times for us, we just allow fear to, like, overcome us, and we think we don't have enough time. We think that, this just isn't going to play out. I don't know if I'm good enough for this. We allow Satan to tell us all of these things. And the reality is that delayed obedience is disobedience. And I love that quote by Michelle Myers. And I literally say it all the time because it is so, so true. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, for the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline. John 14:27 says, peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your heart be troubled and do not be afraid. And fear is not of the Lord. And so I want you guys to really just take some time. I'm literally going to give you time right now, like 2 minutes, to just literally sit here on this call and think about what is the thing that you are super scared of, but you know God's called you to do. Maybe it's in this business, maybe it's not. But I can tell you this, if you are here and you're on this call, God's called you to be here. For whatever reason, the opportunity came along, for whatever reason, you found yourself here. And I know that God wants to use you this year. But I don't want us to be afraid. I want us to be obedient like Noah was. And I'm not saying we have to be a top 10 coach. That's not what I want to be, guys. Like, I'm not saying I want you to all be elite coaches. Like, that's, again, not what I'm saying. I just want you to give your best. And I want you to be consistent. And I want you to live out that mission statement of really helping people help people, of really doing what you said you were going to do, of really helping to train them, and whatever it is that their big goal that they had, like, help them go and do it. And I want to be women who don't dabble. I want to be women who don't hesitate. I want to be women who are obedient. And so I'm going to give you guys just a minute to write down your fear. And since we don't all have a fire sitting next to us at the very moment, like we did on Saturday, I want you just to take that piece of paper and I want you to tear it up into a bunch of little pieces and just literally destroy it. Because God is calling you to cast that fear into the fire. And I don't want to see those chains hold you guys back. And so as we end tonight's call, I want to pray for you guys just over this year. I hope you're excited. I hope you're excited about all the tools we have. I hope that you're planning to use them. Guys, remember, this business is not complicated. Satan tries to make it complicated because he doesn't want us to be successful. He does. Like, don't allow him to make you think that. I don't even know why I'm tearing up right now. I'm like emotional mess this week. But I was talking to someone the other day and they're like, what is it about, like, how are you successful at Beachbody? And I'm like, look, like, I haven't been an overnight success. I've been here for 4 years. There's a lot of coaches on this team who are more successful than I am in a quicker amount of time. But I've been consistent. I've shown up. I've done what I could do. I've given my best. Has it always been what I wanted to give? No, but it's given my best based on my family, based on my boundaries, based on what God's called me to do. And I've tried my best to help people get the results that they wanted to get. I try to really give my best. Now, and I always look back and see a million areas of growth, right? But I think that's part of growing. And I think that's good. But don't ever allow Satan to tell you that you can't do this, because you can. And so much of it is just being consistent and finding those pockets of time in your day. So I want to pray for you guys as we round out tonight's call. And I just want you guys to know how much I love you, how I am just so thankful to have a tribe of women who get me. And I just feel honored to do this with you guys. So please know that. But let's end tonight's call with a word of prayer, and you guys can unmute yourselves after this and stay on if you have any questions. But thank you again for being here tonight. So, Heavenly Father, God, thank you so much for these incredible warrior women, God, who've put their yes on the table, maybe even when it's hard, maybe when they're exhausted, maybe when their kids have been literally crazy that day, God, maybe even when their full-time jobs are literally wearing them out, God. Lord, I thank you for women who get me, who I can jump on here with and just look at all the faces in these little squares that are across the country and be like, man, like, this is our team and these are my people. And even if we literally are completely different and we have completely different lives, God, we are united in the fact that we all have your spirit inside of us, God. And that is powerful. That is the most powerful, God. And so, God, I pray over the fears that might be holding them back, the chains, God, that are wrapped around their ankles and their hands, God, that are holding them back from just seeing maybe success in this business or seeing success in other areas of their life, God, or just taking that big, scary step, Lord. I just see so many women are so afraid. But God, I pray that you would help us to just take that first step of literally handing you the fear and tossing it in the fire, ripping it up and saying, I'm not letting Satan do this to me anymore. I can be successful at this because God's called me to it. And his definition of success might be different than mine, but I'm going to try my best to live up to whatever it is that he has called me to do. And so, Lord, whether that's just helping one person a month or whether that's, making this business something bigger, God, I don't know what it is for them. God, you do. And so, Lord, I just pray that as we head into this year, that you would not allow Satan to have any hold on them, God, but they would experience peace, God, and excitement and joy as they head into this new year, God. Lord, I hope that they know how much I love them, how much I'm for them, and how much I want to just help them and encourage them, Lord, as they do this business, but they do this business to honor and glorify you. And so, Lord, thank you for tonight. Thank you for this team. Thank you for just the year that you have ahead of us, God. We are so excited and expectant about what you're going to do, God. I pray that you would just help us to rise up, God. Rise up to what you've called us to. And it's in your name we pray. Amen. Well, now that I'm bawling, crying here over here, thank you guys so much for being on tonight. If anybody has questions, you can stick around. And you can take yourself off mute. But otherwise, thanks for being on. Oh, wait, yes, let's take a team selfie really quick. Can we? Before everyone hops off. Okay, everybody smile. 1, 2, 3. Yay! And I'm really excited about the fact that we have like the most amount of people we've had in a long time on here. So yay for Monday nights. All right, guys, y'all have a great night. Hey, Ashley.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the Diamond internship is obviously new. So it's going to be 6 weeks long. And then we'll probably just kind of assess from there. I don't know if it'll like take a little break and then come back. A lot of it's going to depend on just how many people apply, honestly.
Okay.
So like if we have a big number of people, because I'm only going to take 3 to 4 people, period. So it doesn't matter how many people apply. Just that's what's going to be chosen just because that's all I can handle, to really like help people. So it'll probably be one of those things that like if like 8 people apply, then I would be like, okay, we'll do it again 6 weeks so I can bring on those other 4. But it's probably going to depend on that.
Okay. I was just wondering because I've just been praying so hard about it. And
yeah.
We have a wedding coming up and right now we're like trying to get things locked in and
totally.
I just don't know if like right now is the time, but then I don't want to miss this opportunity if it like if this is the only time for it. So I just wanted to make sure that there will be other opportunities.
Yeah. When is your wedding?
June 1st.
That's so exciting. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I think like it could be one of those things where you almost like, if you did do it, I would be like, okay, well, like, how can we do like, I know whenever we talked to that one day, like, how can we kind of work it into what you're already doing kind of thing. But at the same time, if you feel overwhelmed already, or like, you know what I mean? Not overwhelmed, but just like you've got a lot on your plate,
right,
then maybe it would make more sense to do after. So, but it's up to you.
Okay.
If you feel like you have the bandwidth. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just
keep me posted. Yeah, keep praying about it.
You know, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know how much I can do.
Yeah.
So I just don't want to push it and then, just drop off the cliff.
Totally.
So.
Totally. Okay. Well, yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like I really want for the people who are in there, because if it's only going to be 3 or 4 people, because we'll probably have like an iMessage going or a group meeting or something. So I would definitely want everyone to be like super engaged in it. So that would be my only ask is like, do you feel like you can do that? And that would just be something to think about. But like, do you feel like you can be super engaged? And obviously it's only 6 weeks, so it's going to end like, I think it's the 1st or 2nd week of March. So it's not. And the goal is to have you diamond by the end of it. So I don't know. I mean, it could be one of those things where it's like, well, do you want to wait, all the way until after June, or do you just want to try to like push yourself and go for it? But again, that's where you got to pray on it and see kind of what you're thinking.
Okay.
So
great. Thank you. Perfect.
Yeah. Thank you for being on the call tonight. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for 2019.
It's going to be the best year ever. You've got so many good things coming.
I know. Thank you so much for the call tonight.
Yes, girl. Hey, what's your new last name going to be?
Pond. P-O-N-D.
Pond. Oh, I love it. So that's easier. Cute. Yeah, that's so cute. I love it. I know that's so random, but it's always one of those things. It's like you meet people before they get married, and then you're like, oh, okay, now your last name's this. Right. So, well, have an amazing night. I'm going to go catch some of the end of the Clemson Alabama game, see who's winning here. So,
thank you.
All right, girl. Bye.